Most disrespectful defendants. Court Cam Boston's Spencer Allen. This is Spencer Allen Boston, age 20, being arraigned. 2 months prior, during a traffic stop, Boston was given tickets for simple possession of marijuana and speeding. Yes, sir, I believe this country's marijuana laws are incredibly unfair. Since marijuana is a relatively safe drug that has been used for a long time since the 1980s and 1990s, in fact, I believe that we, the people, deserve better. Don't go any further on that. Yes, sir. As far as I'm aware, that remains illegal. I must uphold the laws that I have sworn over. It's probably unfair, and as a judge, I have little power to alter it. To change it, you must visit the legislature. You want a trial date? Yeah, we can do that. I will then start fining you. You give another speech. Boston decides to act while the judge works with court staff to set a trial date. Nobody seems to notice as he takes out what looks to be a joint until surprisingly it looks like Boston may have finally made his case. However, the court officer takes him away right away, and Judge Barry has the last say. Judge Barry charges Boston with both disorderly behavior and a different offense related to possession. Additionally, the judge finds Boston in contempt of court, and he is sentenced to 10 days in jail. Donta Wright. This is Donta Wright, a 17-year-old. Today, Wright is in court to get his punishment for shooting Jordan Clee, a high school student, to death. He entered a guilty plea to second-degree murder, felony firearm violation, armed robbery, and conspiracy to commit armed robbery. A victim impact statement is made by a family member during the sentencing process on behalf of the victim's mother, who is too distraught to speak. I genuinely hope that the following 52 years of your life will be worth whatever it was you wanted so much that you felt the need to kill my kid. You have taken away my child, therefore you will not have the luxury of rearing yours. Wright's behavior throughout this statement defies explanation. Your actions have landed you in a cell in prison, but they have also left me living in an empty cell every day. I'll never be able to construct my assistance, but you can still expect to be freed eventually. Jordan has no future, but you are still here. Your Honor, thank you. We're through. All I want to say is that I'll be coming home very soon. I'll go by Keon. My family is very dear to me. That's all you gotta say? You know, in around 23 years, I have never refused to accept a sentence agreement between the parties since it's a deal for the parties' sentence. However, I find myself wanting to just declare, I'm not going to accept this sentence agreement as I watch you sit there, laughing, smiling, and shaking your head as though this were no big issue. We are going to trial, and if you are found guilty of felony murder, you will spend the rest of your life behind bars. You will thus pass away there. I find myself tempted to do that. It is within the judge's power to turn down the plea bargain. Mr. Bella, do you want me to accept the sentence agreement? Your Honor, I would like to speak with the victim's family about this before responding to the court's inquiry. I've had a long conversation with the victim's mother, his grandparents, and a few other relatives. They are aware that this is the defendant who, by shooting their kid in the back of the head, ruthlessly killed him. He hasn't even displayed any regret. But the Clee family does want to move on from this, and they are requesting that you carry out the sentence in addition to the people. The sentencing agreement, which calls for a 25 to 52-year prison sentence, is approved by the judge. Yeah, I want to report a crime that's about to happen. What do you mean a crime that's about to happen? Yes, if my kids don't return and your foolish judges don't want to bring people to the courts, then there's going to be a crime. A gun was aimed towards your building. Sir, what is going on? Are you phoning, gentlemen? You're foolish. Your judge is where? Will she present that while wearing handcuffs? And I'm going to put that expletive to death on the street. I'm going to shoot this, I'm telling you. You're going to hand me my children. Where are you at, sir? As I mentioned earlier, I'm waiting for her to arrive at her building in the morning. I'm an expletive pop-up there. The caller, who remains anonymous, is located by detectives. After being detained, Alan McCarty is accused of threatening to kill a judge who, in his eyes, removed his children during a custody dispute. Now, a year later, his trial is starting before a new judge. That's your injured finger, all right. That was not appreciated by me. It is not constitutional to do this. All these took my children without cause. Would you like to let my witnesses in here? We haven't started the trial. It is irrelevant. Do you still want to take my kids away from me and behave that way tonight? You ain't. You want to be in the room or not? Do you want to suck my expletive? I prefer not to, sir. Well, you got a mouth for it. In the end, McCarty is declared guilty. He is scheduled to be sentenced the following month. Mr. McCarty, you are here to explain to the court why you shouldn't be held in contempt for the actions you took during the jury trial. You endangered the unborn child of the prosecutor. McCarty is taken out once more. This time, a one-way mirror is in the back room where he is placed. You want to condemn him to 15 years in Florida State Prison, not find him guilty. Regarding count 2, we find him guilty and give him a 5-year sentence that runs concurrently with count 1. McCarty is now incarcerated in a state jail in Florida, serving his term. Michael Ray. Next is Michael Ray, who is accused of 4 crimes, including second-degree assault and criminal trespassing. If the defendant is cooperative, a bond or bail hearing typically takes place quickly. Ray's bond amount is recommended by the prosecutor based on the offense and the defendant's past. The county is requesting $25,000 full cash behind all charges. You find that humorous? We hadn't finished. Although Ray may think that $25,000 is excessive, the judge informs him that his sarcasm will not result in a lower amount. All right, $50,000 is the bail. No credit for bail. The dangerous community finds these charges amusing. Fortunately, I didn't treat him with disdain. Ray's bond has increased, but before he leaves the room, he wants to say something extra in the corridor. Oh, huh. The judge is displeased with more than just Ray's words, according to the allegations. Court officials claim that the defendant also slapped her with the middle finger. 30 days to serve on contempt for flipping me off twice. When the judge returns his call, it appears that he has left. If we bring him back in, he's just going to get another 30 days for doing something else. As expected, Ray returns for more. Well, this is it. I hold you in disdain, sir, for what you did. What, you're holding me again? Yes, so, do you show the plan? Okay, you can have him returned. 100 days. Yes, the judge has sentenced him to 100 days in prison. He's finished. He has the option to just leave without making things worse, but he chooses a different course. Yes, please allow us to bring him back. He must be held accountable. In about 3 minutes, what began as 4 serious allegations has grown to a total of 10. Amanda Casal, 25, is being sentenced here in Detroit, Michigan's Frank Murphy Hall of Justice. After a head-on collision that killed 31-year-old Jerome Zerker and seriously hurt 31-year-old Brittany Johnson, Casal was found guilty of driving under the influence. Together, the pair gave birth to 5 children. The victim's sister, Doreen Zerker, will present a moving impact statement from the victim's children to the court before sentencing. Look at what you caused to my life, Amanda. You destroyed all I owned, including my father's life. Amanda appears to be in shock after Doreen's remarks, but it appears that Judge Kiana Lillard overhears some laughter from Casal's relatives in the gallery. You are welcome to go as well. Today is a court of law, so whoever can sit here at a sad time like today and smile and laugh at someone who has lost a family member is welcome. You are not allowed to behave in any way you choose when you visit the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice. That's Donta Casal, the mother of the defendant. Because you risk going to jail if you don't know how to act. You are being detained for criminal contempt, ma'am. The procedures of today were disrupted by your disrespectful and disruptive behavior. As a result, ma'am, you will be taken to the Wayne County Jail for direct criminal contempt for 93 days. Then, Judge Lillard speaks directly to Amanda Casal. You will spend a sentence of 3 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections, as ordered by this court. That brings an end to the matter, if there is anything else. After serving just 3 years, Casal will be released on parole in February 2020. When Amanda's mother, Donna, shows up before Judge Lillard the following morning, she spends the night in jail. Donna appears to have gained much insight from her one night in prison. I understand that a lot of people watch TV shows where various things happen in fictional courtrooms, which can distort people's perceptions of reality. But this is real life, and we simply cannot tolerate that kind of behavior. It is intolerable. You should be released today when I reduce your sentence for direct criminal contempt from 93 days to 1 day with credit for time served. God bless you. Thank you. And I apologize very solely, and for the other family. Tell us what you think of the video in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting videos.